The Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) has taken its anti-corruption fight to Ebonyi and Cross River State as part of effort to sensitize stakeholders in the states to mobilize support for the war against corruption. Arriving in Ebonyi State, the chairman of ICPC, Barrister Ibonta, was taken around the capital by the deputy governor to inspect some of the state government projects completed and ongoing. Some of the projects visited include the ongoing construction of the newly government house, Akanibian flyover, the state waste plant, and completed projects such as the newly renovated presidential lodge, stadium, among others. ICPC boss, while acknowledging the state developmental strides, said the state government are critical to implementing integrity values at the lower level of government, where much of the resources are dispersed in the form of services to the people.
So for me, in anti-corruption, I would like to see less number of arrests, which means that you are complying more with what should be done. But there are some people who cannot change no matter what I will say here, because they were created with, Aradite. They were created with Aradite on their hands, so anything they touch sticks. So we should concentrate on dealing with such people. Fortunately, a national anti-corruption strategy document has been produced and approved by the federal government just this month. And this is a copy of that. It's called the National Anti-Corruption Strategy 2017 to 2021. Where does your state, Ebonyi, or Nigeria as a nation stand in the eyes of the world in terms of corruption? How are we rated internationally? How easy is it to do business in Ebonyi State or Nigeria compared to other parts of the world? These are the questions Transparency International and reasonable investors seek answers to.
The state governor, Dave Umahi, while applauding ICPC for taking anti-corruption war to the state, said for Nigeria to get it right in the fight against corruption, it must be done in a way that is transparent.
Thank you very much, sir, for your method of fighting corruption. It's very unique. And you said it all here. I've asked the National Economic Council, what do we want? Do we want to stop corruption or we want to imprison people? We have to understand what we want. Is it a political arm of the center to untwist whoever is not in agreement with them, or that of the state government? And so if we are fighting corruption, we should be more interested in proactive measures, and that's what you have done, sir. Your job, sir, is not in the office. What you have really done this morning is what is actually your job, sir. Are we waiting for corruption to happen before we stop it? That is reactive and prosecution. But proactive and prevention is what you have done. You have demonstrated this.
He also asked federal government to address the issue of unemployment as it contributes to a hindrance to the fight against corruption.
Yes, billionaires still steal, but they still owe. But poverty is such that in our Father's prayer we say, lead us not into temptation and deliver us from all corruption. The poverty level in the country is so high. So high. We talk about the civil servants that paid 18,000. Maybe some 800,000. What is it worth?
ICPC chairman and his team moved to Cross River State, where it met with some relevant stakeholders. Barrister Ibonta told the gathering that the commission will not relent in investigating and arresting anyone found guilty of corruption.
For you to succeed, you must, from the perspective of ICPC, not look at the act of corruption alone. We must look at the foundation. If you build a house and the foundation is bad, will that house stand? So there are indices, what we call substructures of corruption, that help propagate corruption. And I use the public service as a major example. There's a lot of international donor monies all over the world for good causes. Now, if you are noted as a people who are not transparent in dealing with international donor funds, then those donor funds will go to other places where you have open transparency processes. So don't think of your today, think of the tomorrow of your own children. Part of our anti-corruption fight is not only to send the persons to jail, but also recover proceeds of corruption. So even the house you are living in might have been renovated by proceeds of corruption, and will come and take the house.
Cross River State Governor Professor Ben Ayade, represented by his deputy Professor Evra Esu, said the state had set up different committees to check corruption in all government agencies.
The governor has tried to put so many things in place to ensure that these institutions are built, to ensure good governance, to ensure anti-corruption. There are yet other committees. Some of you are not even aware. These committees, these agencies, they are taking stock of what you are doing. In case you don't know, if you are stealing money, if you are doing nepotic things and so on, you will. It's not. We are not waiting for ICPC. We are not waiting for EFCC. These agencies that have been set up, Asset and Investigation Bureau, and other that have been set up, they are working. So please let us be careful.
But I urge you to comply with due process, so that when you leave government, you will save yourself of the high blood pressure of EFCC invitation and ICPC invitation. Because even if you do good or do bad, you'll be called upon to give account of what you do. Let transparency and accountability remain our watchword. Today, due process is already on autopilot through an electronic means.
I've been a state director for how many years? And I know that I have not bought a car, and I have not built a house, and I'm still living in a boys' quarters. It isn't that it's pleasing. It's not because I put misplaced priorities. But if you are sincerely working on your salary in this Nigeria, as per the years are spent, you will not have money to be sending your children abroad. You will not have money to be building mansions. So right from those who are implementing it, if you have spent a few years and you are already having a big mansion in the house, look inward. Those of us who are teachers, let's look inward.
The summit has its theme, Institutionalizing Good Governance for Sustainable Development. LM Chukwemeka reports for Ben TV.
The reported concession of the Port Harcourt refinery is still shrouded in confusion as Minister of Petroleum Resources Ibe Kashuku denied the alleged concession plan. Ikashuku said a technical committee had been set up by the government to come up with a holistic investment plan to fix the nation's refineries. The minister made a clarification during a public hearing interface with the Senate ad hoc committee on the planned concession of the Port Harcourt refinery.
In announcing that something was happening that really wasn't happening. For whatever reasons, that was done. My position, which is very clear, my position, which is very clear, my position, which is very clear, is that I am not concessioning. I have not given any policy to NNPC or directive for them to concession or to sell. I have conveyed the president's approval for them to repair, get financing and repair the refinery and bring it to nameplate. That's the policy directive. That is what they are working on, and I'm confirming that with the authority that I have as Minister of Civil Petroleum. Now, what Wando has said, that's for them to go clarify. And that process has not, like I said, and I brought here the man who is driving that technical process. It hasn't even come to a steering process. It still has the technical process. So that is, quite frankly, the last word on this issue, distinguished chairman. If
The committee, however, demanded the real cost of the concession to the nation, as well as the time frame of the concession.
Arrangement. That's all. That is the clarification. I just read it now. That's what we are saying. So I don't know if you have not even made reference to this. I wouldn't have even seen it because I didn't see it. We also said the planned concession, planned rehabilitation. We have always made that as we said the planned. So, but every time you guys come out and you say there's nothing like that, nothing like that. And here we quoted newspaper publications, and you said the following Monday it was rebuffed. Yeah, when we saw this clarification, it's strengthening actually the position of this headline.
I am not wrong.
No, you
hold
are
on.
wrong. I have
Excuse
the letter
me.
we sent
Excuse
to
me.
you here with all this. This was sent to you in a letter of June 13th. In room 3 doors away.
We have this. The gentleman is there to confirm.
What is this? Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources?
No.
This is
in our letter, attached to our own letter. We also submitted memorandum pursuant to your request on June 13th.
Yeah.
And we did attach this as well. There was another committee, Senate ad hoc committee.
Distinguished Chairman, let me...
This is a copy of the letter. I have a copy here.
Please give me... Distinguished...
Meanwhile, the upper chamber had ordered immediate stoppage of all process and transaction on the planned concession of Port Harcourt Refinery. From Abuja, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting.
Lovely place, right?
Yes.
What's wrong? You don't look happy.
Take a look around. Why can't my hotel be like this?
I knew something was wrong, but I've got solution.
Solution? What?
Nanit.
Nanit?
Nanit offers you design solutions, building plans and construction, furnishing and equipping, financing, management, audit services, and many more services for a better hospitality business. Nanit, service with a smile.
The federal government has been called upon to step into the crisis rocking the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomosho, and save the institution from imminent collapse. Senator Abdul Fattah Buhari, representing Oyo North, said in an interview that crisis rocking the LAUTECH is like a natural disaster that requires federal government intervention. LAUTECH is jointly owned and run by Oyo and Osun state government.
In just like a natural disaster happening in any state, that the federal government, that the state government cannot cope, and then the federal government decided to intervene. What we are saying now is that the life of these children is already messed up. The medical student that who ought to spend only 6 years are now 9 years. Others were the department. Instead of 4 years, they are 6 years. So from that angle alone, where parents are struggling to get this money to send them, and then the lifespan they are now spending again is going extra. Even to go for the 4 years add-on, they can't make it. This is the truth. So it is our duty to call on the federal government that, look, pathetic situation of these children has to be looked into. If you remember 7 weeks ago when they came to this place, over 5,000 of them, we were there, all of them were giving them something so that they will be able to go back home. But it is sad. And as a father, today, I came to the floor, not only as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I came to the floor as a father.
The senator explained that the source of the crisis in the university was paucity of funds. He said the two states could no longer carry the financial burden of the institution.
The state are not buoyant enough to be able to handle it, because what they are getting, the argument of the state that let's audit the staff, let's audit their account, let's audit what you have done with other your money, let's increase the IGR so that when we are supporting you, it will be minimal. That's why we say A or B or D. Let's set up a neutral committee, let them look into it. However, first and foremost, 34,000 students, 34,000. Some of my colleagues were shocked. Most people didn't even believe their population was up to that. You can now look what and Lautech is one of the best state universities some years ago, and they've had a lot of product who are doing well in the economy. That's the reason. Like I said, I came to the floor today with heavy heart and very emotional.
Lautech have been plunged into incessant strike as the lecturer of the institution are currently on industrial action. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Senate has passed resolution asking the federal government to step into the crisis. From National Assembly Complex, Abuja, Nigeria, Muiwa Bamdele reporting.